Hi, friends. Rabbi Dean here, posting on Tuesday as Passover approaches its conclusion. I haven't posted any message for the last several days, and that's really because I haven't had anything to say. And so I thought it better to keep my mouth closed than to open it with nothing meaningful coming out. But this morning, as I was jogging, I heard the birds singing so beautifully. And it triggered my mind to a headline I read in a friend's Facebook feed earlier this morning that rats in Los Angeles are going berserk. That without restaurant wastage that they have eaten for generation on generation, they don't have enough food and their colonies are collapsing. And it got me thinking just how used to being bloated we are, how used to excess we are. That we have been living in a culture that dines out regularly. We have been living in a culture that says if you need a new pair of shoes, then you also need a new shirt or several and belt to go with them. We've been living in a culture that says if you need a tool, you buy it instead of borrow it. If you want a cake, you buy it instead of make it. There are so many ways that we've been taught to meet our needs, to solve our problems through purchasing rather than through any other format, through pausing, through borrowing, through making, through asking, through doing without. And I think that this time of novel coronavirus is showing us just how much we've gotten used to excess. And in these days of Passover, of course, I am thinking of the Hebrews and their exodus from Egypt and the fact that they put matzah on their back without even enough time to let it rise. That they made do, and that even in making do, they had enough. And I hope that that can be an inspiration for me and for all of us, both through these days of physical distancing and also beyond. How can we make do with enough? Especially because that is not human nature. I think that that's not just our human nature in a capitalist society, but it is human nature to want more and more. Because it wasn't long after the Hebrews left Egypt that they missed all the food that they had back there, the cucumbers and leeks and garlic, and that they begged Moses and God for meat. And even when the manna fell from heaven, that perfect food, and they were told that on Friday, on the sixth day, they should gather enough for the following day for Shabbat. Some members of the community went out to gather more because they couldn't believe that there wouldn't be enough. Somehow, this time in the wilderness needs to teach us what's enough and how to live with enough. So today, and perhaps in the coming days, let me invite you to pause for now and then and here and there. Maybe in your kitchen or pantry, maybe in your TV room or your bedroom or your closet, and just look around and say, what of this is enough? What of this is excess? What could I have truly lived without? And then make a commitment, make a plan, and a way to check in with yourself in the future, so that we never get back to the phase of having too much. It is my hope and prayer on this Passover day that we will, all of us, have enough.